So I just finished reading this book and it had like a crazy premise and it made me think like what other books on my shelves do I have that have a not so ordinary like premise, plot, storyline, whatever you want to call it. And so that's what we're talking about today in this video. Okay, starting with Sky Daddy. This book is about a woman named, why did I say that so fast? This book is about a woman named Linda. She lives in San Francisco. She makes $20 an hour working as a content moderator, looking at, comments online, making sure they don't break any guidelines. If they do, she has to flag them, get them removed, whatever, right? So she sees horrible things all day, every day. She lives in someone's like tiny room above their garage because she makes $20 an hour and lives in San Francisco, so she can't live on her own. And her thing is she's sexually attracted to airplanes. Growing up, she's dealt with her own, she's had her fair share of like trauma. Her parents are divorced and her dad died. Don't worry, that's not a spoiler. You learn that very early on in the book. And so she's had these traumatic things happen to her in her life. And obviously, we know that Linda is unwell. Okay, Linda is not mentally stable. And I thought that this book would be, talking about how trauma can affect us and how mental health, affects us in different ways, blase, 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 right? But it did in a way, but it was just more so like written in a way that, we know something's not right with Linda, okay? But that's kind of it. It was just her being obsessed with planes and wanting to marry one and trying to hide that from people. But then, slowly other people begin to find out and they're of course like, something's not right about this. Something not right about Linda. Linda is not okay. But that's kind of like all we get. And I wanted more. Like her and her dad were super close. They liked to watch the planes together or whatever. And she's kind of separated that, herself from her dad in that manner when she became sexually attracted to airplanes. She was like, well, I don't want to go plane watching or share my hobby with about, my interest in airplanes with my dad anymore because now I'm sexually attracted to airplanes. So him being that close to my hobby, it feels weird, so I don't want him a part of that. So she becomes sexually attracted to the airplanes before like the her parents get divorced or anything or the other traumatic things that happen in her life. So it's like, where did this come from? Because I don't believe I missed anything. Is it like we didn't really dive deeper into what caused this? What happened? It still didn't really make much sense to me because like the attraction and the obsession with airplanes happened before the sexually happened before the trauma. So I understand being obsessed with them and liking them and all this blase 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 and it has a close tie to your dad, but the sexual part came before anything else. So like why are we not going deeper into this? Maybe I missed something. I don't know. But what I will say, it was just page after page of this woman being obsessed with airplanes. And yeah. Now, yeah. And it did, obviously, it touches on us having different interests and, wanting to feel accepted and belonging with, and all that, wanting to have, family, friends, all of that community, if you will. Yet and still, we're not touching on the big picture. Because just having someone be sexually obsessed with airplanes and using that as a vehicle to show that, no matter who we are, no matter what our interests, we all still should be accepted, blase, blase, blase. Okay, yes, we should all have some safe space where we feel welcome and people love us and all that. But if my best friend came to me and told me they were sexually attracted to airplanes, girl, I have questions. I have many of them. Several. We're not just skating by day. I'ma love you forever, girl. But listen, this needs reviewing. We may need to speak to someone. We may need to speak to several someones because I don't know. I don't know. And it's just, I didn't get any of that. I just got a book about a woman obsessed with airplanes, and we get she's unwell. We get, and maybe that's all maybe that's all the writer set out to do, was just to show some people are different, and we can't explain it. Maybe that's the message. I needed more. Okay, I needed more. Let's move on to Diary of a Void. This book is about a woman. She works in an office. She's the only woman. I forgot what she does. Let me see. What she do? What did she do? What does she? 34-year-old Miss Shibata. Shabana is private, but no. When 34-year-old Miss Shibata gets a new job in Tokyo to escape sexual harassment of her old one, she finds that as the only woman in her new workplace, a company that manufactures cardboard tubes for paper towels. Oh, okay. For paper towel and toilet paper rolls. Such an interesting job. Like, someone has to do everything. That's another thing. We finna get back to this. When people talk, when people look down on other people's jobs, I don't care if you're a barista, I don't care if you're a financial analyst, I don't care if you're a CEO, like everyone has to do a job. There has to be somebody to make the little cardboard rolls that go in your toilet paper, that go in your paper towels. Everyone has to do something. You know, everyone really does. That's crazy. They do. But we have 34-year-old Miss Shibata. She gets a new job, and so she's working here, and she realizes that, oh, y'all trying to play me for a fool. Y'all think I'm crazy because she's like, I earned the right to be here just like the rest of y'all. We all doing the same job, but y'all want me to start bringing y'all coffee and cleaning up around the office and cleaning the break room and doing this like I'm some maid just because I'm a woman? Like, you don't think Jim down there can get the motherfucking coffee? You don't think Thomas can sweep up in the break room when it get a little dirty? You think I'm supposed to do it just because I'm a woman? No, you got me fucked up. So what she do? She pretends to be pregnant. She's like, y'all not gonna play me. She say, oh, y'all want me to treat you really want to go this route? So she said, okay, I'm gonna pull my big one, and she starts, coming to work. She's like, oh, I'm pregnant. I can't do that. Oh, I can't bend down and pick that up no more. I'm with child. I am expecting. Cannot do that. And so they have to start doing things for themselves, and they start treating her with better care and doting on her, blase, because she's pregnant. I won't say doting. That's going a bit too far. I won't go there for. It's been a while since I read this, but I don't remember them doting on her. Okay? So yeah, that's basically what this book is about. She got tired of being treated like, she was low class, second class, didn't matter. And she said, okay, so she pretends to be pregnant, and she just goes full out. She starts, wearing stuff under her shirt as she's supposed to be growing and getting bigger and all this. And it just becomes this huge lie that snowballs. And I thought this was great. I really enjoyed this. I read this a couple of years ago. I've recommended this book before. It's not a long read at all. It's like, hold on, how many pages? Yeah, it's like 200 and maybe like 15 pages, I believe. Yeah. So you could easily get into this. This one isn't as out there as those two. This one, I read this a couple of years ago. It's called Abundance. I actually did not enjoy this book. And I said I was going to reread it. Because, sometimes you come back to things and you don't like them anymore. Sometimes you come back to things and you do like them. So this book is about a man who is taking care of his child, right? So each chapter begins with the amount of money that Henry has in his pocket. And the lower and lower that it gets, obviously the more desperate he becomes, because he's just trying to make it to this interview so he can get this job. And he also wants to make it, to celebrate his son's birthday. And I just can't, I would still recommend this because, I'm broken record. I am. If just because I didn't like it doesn't mean, you won't enjoy it. But I am going to read this again just to, give it another whirl so it can be, it can be fresh in my mind. But I wanted to bring this up because I do like that premise. Like I said, it's not as out there as, trying to get down and dirty with the airplanes or, pretending to be pregnant at work. But I do like the premise of this, the money at the beginning of each chapter. And it shows the desperation. It shows the the need to survive and all of that. That father was insufferable. When y'all talk about insufferable characters, I've had some videos on that more recently. Insufferable characters, Henry. Henry in that book, insufferable. Let me tell you. Now, one that's quite similar to that one is The Selfless Act of Breathing. I've talked about this book quite a lot because I always say that I'm going to go back to it. I don't think I ever will. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this one is along the lines, kind of has the same premise as Abundance. We begin with how much money the main character has in his pocket, but he was living in London, I believe, and he's a teacher, and he's just not satisfied with his life, and he wants to end it. So he decides to take all of his money out of his bank account, and he's like, look, I'm going to go travel the world. When I get down to my last dollar, when I have zero money, when I got $0, my last $2, I'm not gonna lose. Got one for the bus stop, hey, and one for the blues. Look, okay, so he's like, when I'm out of money, that's it. I'm out of here. I'm a kablooey. Okay, so yeah, I would say recommend this because I do like that setup. I like that premise. One day I'll go back. One day, someday. This is one that I have not read. Shark Heart. I've had this book for a while. I've had this book for quite a while. And I keep saying I'm going to read it. But then, it just hasn't been the right time. It has not been the right time. I've had this book for well over a year now. And I still haven't read it. This book, if you don't know, this is about a woman. She's like, I believe, they had just got married. For Lewis and Wren, their first year of marriage is also their last. A few weeks after their wedding, Lewis receives a rare diagnosis. He will retain most of his consciousness, memories, and intellect, but his physical body will gradually turn into a great white shark. Imagine somebody tell you that. Imagine somebody tell you the man you just married is about to turn into a shark. What would you do? What happens? You think I'm supposed to come down to the aquarium and rub on the glass while you rub your schnozzle? What are we supposed to do? You retain your consciousness, your memory, so you know it's me. You know it's me. But I'm supposed to come down there and rub on the glass because I can't come in there. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Some other instinct might kick in. You might bite me. I don't know. Yes, you remember it's me, but hold on. I don't know if that shark memory, that shark brain might kick in, and then now I'm dead. And they be like, why'd you go in there anyway? But I can't answer because I'm dead. I have not read this book, so I can't tell you like how good it is or whatever. But I do want to read this. This is more of a reminder to me. Hey, Desmond, pick the motherfucking book up and read it. I've heard good things about it. So hopefully, I do enjoy it whenever I get a chance to read it. Okay. Now, this is another one that's not as like out there. This is Ramadan Ramsey. This book is about a young boy in New Orleans. I've talked about this book before, like quite a few times. I really did enjoy this. I read this a couple of years ago as well. He was raised by his mother, and he never knew who his father was, right? Little Ramadan. And he's living in New Orleans, 2005. A tragedy strikes, and now he's on the run. He's out on his own, and not really on the run, but he's out on his own, and he's trying to go find his father, who is on the other side of the world. And there's this huge journey that he goes on. It's a bit unbelievable at times because he's just this young, like, I think he's like 12 or 13. I can't remember. Yeah, he's 12. Yeah, years later. Yeah, when he's 12, he sets out to go and find his father, and he goes on this journey that just takes him around the world. And this is one of those books, like, I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. I'm not saying no one does. I'm just saying I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. But I really did enjoy this story. And you see this young boy goes on this journey across the world by himself. And it was amazing. I really did enjoy this. I think when I first read this, I gave it like 3.5. So I'm saying amazing now, as if I gave it 5 stars when I read it, because I am looking back with a bit of rose-tinted glasses. So I think I should reread this as well. But over the years, my fondness for this book has grown. So maybe that's really what it is. Like over time, something, fondness grows for it. That's really what it is. Okay. Now, another one. The Road to Roswell. The first half of this book was so good. It was so good, so good, so good. I know you hate it, but I'm talking about amazing. Now, and then the second half hit, and it was like it overstayed its welcome. It overstayed. We got a little too loopy, a little too crazy, and my nerves were shook. I'm talking about wrecked. I was over it. So you have Francine. She's just got here to New Mexico, in Roswell, New Mexico. Her college roommate is getting married, and the wedding is UFO themed, and the groom is a full-on believer of aliens. Okay, and Francine is like, that shit don't exist, man. Y'all tripping. Then she gets abducted by one. Okay, and then it's not what she expects. The alien looks like a tumbleweed. He's got like tentacles that look like lightning, whatever. Blase, 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 right? And not only does he abduct her, then he starts collecting other people like Mario coins. Okay, and it comes like this man named Wade, and then a casino grandma, like whatever. Okay, so it's a bunch of people, and they're on this journey trying to go to where the little alien wants them, because he has a plan. He's like, hey, I need y'all to help me. Okay, before I let y'all go, y'all gotta help me out. And the audiobook was so good until it wasn't. And this little alien, it's so endearing, and you become emotionally attached to it. At least I did. And the characters were really good, except Francine, I believe Wade was the main male character. The chemistry is good between them. Like, there's a good dynamic, the banter between them. But then it's tried to force this romance thing on us, and I didn't care about the romance part of it. I didn't care about the romance part of it at all. But what I will say is that this was out of my wheelhouse at the time. I had never read anything like it, and I really, really enjoyed it. I just think it got a bit too fantastical. It got a little too loopy for my liking. Okay, how long is this book? Oh, it's only like 390 something, close to 400 pages. So it's not like crazy long. A little too long for me, but it's not crazy long. But it still felt like it overstayed its welcome. You know what I'm saying? This could have been like 50 pages shorter, and I would have loved it, I think. So, yeah, I would recommend this one tentatively. Beware. And this is The Road to Roswell. So, as someone who mostly reads like literary and contemporary fiction, I know that all of these weren't just like crazy out there compared to some of the stuff y'all be reading. But like Ramadan Ramsey and Selfless Act of Breathing and Abundance, I know those weren't like really out there. But Ramadan, like, the boy was 12. He was traveling the whole world by himself. Like, give me that one. You gotta give me that one. Like, please. It's no Scott Eddie, but please. He was traveling the whole world by himself at 12. Come on, please. But let me know down below in the comments, like, what's a book where like the premise was kind of like, okay, if you say so, how are we going to execute this? Let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I will see you in my next one. Thank you for watching.